Welcome back to Lebanon, Ohio, everyone. We're getting ready here for the third game between these two teams as Raleigh Ring of Fire gets set to take on Ranelagh from Dublin, Ireland. Two teams coming in undefeated so far, both teams winning their two games yesterday. Ring of Fire beating France's Isnagood before taking care of Austria's Forward. Ranelagh also beating France's Isnagood before beating Germany's Family Ultimate in their second game of the day. Coming out on offense here, Sam Megan getting ready to field the pull. Centering up to Brian Casey. Casey actually the head coach for the UNC Wilmington College men's team, playing against a number of players he's familiar with, including Jack Williams, who was one of his own players on that team just a couple years ago. Taking a shot here is Casey looking downfield. Edna Keller going up and knocked away by Ring. It's going to be the first D of the game. Ring's D-line gets a chance to break early. Casey taking that shot, looking for Edna Keller. Keller played on the mixed team that went to the World Ultimate and Guts Championships in London, England for that Irish team. Noah Saw pick up the disc here for Ring of Fire. Saw, one of the mainstays on this Ring team, a facet of this D-line handling group. Has been for the last several years. Joey Cretella taking a shot downfield, looking for Hunter Taylor. Taylor racing onto it, catching it in stride. Hunter Taylor with the first break of the game for Ring. Early lead here, 1-0. Raleigh leading. Quick break there for Ring after defending the deep huck, getting it back on a huck of their own to Hunter Taylor for the goal. Taylor, formerly of the U23 national team for the United States. Now Eric Taylor set to pull for Ring. Another break opportunity here. Ranelagh looking to get back on track after a less than stellar start. Brian Boyle fielding. Ring reverting to a zone look that we saw a lot of yesterday. They ran this look pretty consistently. Ranelagh not having too many issues so far with it. In the middle of the field, Stephen Jones thought about putting it over the top. Now goes around, finds Boyle. Boyle downfield. Hits Owen Binchy. Binchy, well, on the sidelines. Going to be ruled out of bounds, though. Very, very close to bringing in what would have been a spectacular grab there. Good field awareness, just unable to keep his foot down. Elijah Long picks up now. One of the All-Americans from that UNC Darkside team that won the national championship this year. And a turnover there. Josh Hartzog unable to bring in the forehand pass. Back over now. Colin White with the disc on the goal line. White to Binchy, back to White. White up line to Binchy. Binchy to the end zone. A hold for Ranelagh. That's going to be White to Binchy. Looking pretty comfortable after getting it back on the turnover. 1-1 now. Ranelagh on defense for the first time in this one now after getting a hold there. Getting broken the first point of the game. Getting a chance to see what this D-line can do. Brian Casey with the pull. Mentioned earlier, Casey being the coach at UNC Wilmington. Ended up in the national championship game in the college division back in 2017 on the men's side. Besting a lot of the players on this team is Jonathan Nethercutt, formerly of UNC, taking a shot downfield. A little too far for Jack Williams. Williams being one of the players who played under Brian Casey at UNC Wilmington. A lot of familiarity there. Interesting hat choice as well from Jack Williams. Ranelagh looking to pick up here. Casey will come back to pick up for the team based in Dublin. Ranelagh, founded back in 2011, a relatively new team. Won 3 straight championships from 2012 to 2014. And now getting another title, going back on top in Ireland, winning the 2017 National Championship in Ireland to get back to the World Ultimate Club Championships. Sam Murphy on the disc on the sideline. Upfield to Casey. Casey running out of options here, getting to a high stall count. Dishes it back to Colin White. White unable to get a hand to it. A bit of a awkward position to be in. As Ring back on O now. Quick swinging movement all the way up the field. Knocking on the door of the red zone now. Nethercutt, mentioned before, formerly of UNC, Callahan winner back in 2015 when he helped UNC Darkside win a national championship, beating Oregon in the championship game. Great throw around there from Goose Helton looking for Terrence Mitchell. Mitchell getting his foot down. Incredible field awareness from Mitchell to keep it in bounds and get a goal for Raleigh. Hold for Ring, and that's going to make it 2-1. Set to pull here. Noah Saul with the disc once again. Former standout at Pennsbury High School, right outside Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Actually standing next to another Pennsbury alum, Matt Bode. Two of them both playing their high school days at Pennsbury. A number of players ended up finding their way out into the top club. A couple of players on Johnny Bravo, played at Colorado Mama Bird. Several others finding their way onto Philadelphia Patrol nowadays. Definitely a long list of Pennsbury alumni who have made it into the men's club scene. That pole sailing just a bit out the back there. Ranelagh will have the opportunity to walk it up. Sam Megan centering it here from Ranelagh. Megan, one of the members of that World Ultimate Championship team, competing in 2016 in London for Ireland. That team finishing tied 13th overall. Niall McCarney now upfield. Quick movement. Flynn with a disc on the goal line. A little bit of clogging at the front of that end zone. Around to Brian Boyle, losing a lot of yardage there, but resetting it. Inside throw, and Matt Bode undercutting it. A call, though, as I believe we're going to have Owen Binchy maintaining that he had possession of the disc first. Bode pleading his case. Certain looked as though Bode had made it there first. But seems like the disc will end up going back to Boyle here. Bode back on ring. Played 2017 with this team to help them qualify for the World Ultimate Club Championships. Took a year off, went to go play for Durham Turbine, another North Carolina team. Played several years before that on ring as well, so he's familiar with a lot of these players and knows the system quite well that head coach Mike Denardis has put in place. Just goes back to Boyle now for Ranelagh. Get another chance here on offense. Contested call coming in on stall 2. Binchy with the disc now. Excellent layout from Hunter Taylor, making an incredible grab. A lot of contact there on Bode. Certainly going to be a foul call. That's Niall McCarney trying to make the play, but foul in the end. I believe it's going to stay with Bode. Going back to that grab, Hunter Taylor with an incredible effort there to get around the offensive player and catch that disc before the offensive player had a chance at it. Superman-like effort from Taylor. Ring on offense now. Opportunity to break here. Upfield to Joey Cretella. Cretella taking that shot earlier to Hunter Taylor for the goal for Ring's first break of the game on the first point. Saw Yanuk now with the disc. A poach from Ranelagh, but ended up finding Matt Bode for the reset. Justin Allen now. Back to Yanuk. Ring patient, not finding a whole lot downfield. And as I say that, taking a shot downfield, looking for Hunter Taylor once again. Taylor going up, unable to bring it in though. Great defense there from Alan Pierce of Ranelagh. Getting positioning on Taylor and making it a difficult grab. Another chance here for the Ranelagh O-line. Sam Megan will go pick up once again. Mentioned before, Megan being on that World Ultimate and Guts Championship team in 2016 for Ireland. One of 5 players on this team. Another layout there from Taylor. Taylor that time unable to knock it fully away though from Flynn as Flynn brings it in along the sidelines. Flynn back to Boyle. Boyle up line. Taking an inside rip here. Looking for Kunil. Oh, everyone misreading that one, just going over the head of Kunil Agage, unable to bring that one in. Justin Allen in the area on defense for Ring. Noah Saul will pick up once again for this Ring defense. Saw a couple of long points yesterday from Ring in their second game against Austria's forward. Actually had a point where both teams managed to call a timeout on offense. Point lasted probably close to 15 minutes in the end, so Ring no stranger for these long defensive points. Inside throw there. Allen having a tough time controlling it, but gets it in the end. Getting it to WUCC now. Back to Allen. I think we're going to get a call here. Keneal Agage calling a foul on Allen. Push off as he left to try and get that disc back from WUCC. WUCC holding the disc now, just graduating from Carleton College. Won a national championship with Carleton in 2017. One of the top throwers and handlers for that Carleton team, and really in the men's college division is Noah Saul takes a shot downfield for Matt Bode, the 2 Pennsbury alum, connecting in the end zone. It's going to be a goal for Ring, another break, 3-1, Raleigh leading. Ranelagh back on offense once again after another break from Ring. The 2 Pennsbury alum connecting on that last one for the Ring score. Eric Taylor pulling now. Taylor had been pulling a lot throughout the course of these first 2 days of the tournament. He's given Ring a huge advantage so far in the ability to get down there and set these zones. There's another one coming down right now from Raleigh. Elijah Long inches away from knocking that away. Ranelagh moving upfield quickly. Liam Fletcher with a disc. Upfield now to Sam Murphy. Murphy taking a shot to the end zone. Excellent find from Sam Murphy. Murphy leading the team in points and adding to his total there with another great assist. Into the end zone there for Lucas Gydritis. That's a goal for Ranelagh. Brings O-line back out there. Just the second time we've seen Raleigh playing an O-point here. Bob Lou fielding. Up to Nethercutt. Nethercutt, 2017 AUDL MVP, playing for the Raleigh Flyers. One of the top players as well in the club division. Was named the Club Player of the Year last year. Playing for Ring. As Bob Lou takes a shot downfield looking for Henry Fisher. Fisher from Carleton reeling it in easily. Excellent throw from Lou, putting it into space and letting the much taller Fisher go up there and make a play. 4-2 now. It's another hold for Ring. Ranelagh back on offense once again after another Ring hold. Ring playing some close games early on, but for the most part, taking care of business. O-line only broken once through the first 2 games of this tournament. So the defense gets a chance back out there now. It's definitely an interesting format that everyone has to deal with. A lot of teams used to playing 2, maybe 3, the occasional 4-day tournament. This tournament lasting the course of 7 days for some teams as Murphy takes a shot downfield. Unable to bring it in is Niall McCarney. Andrew McKelvey in the area for Ring. Going back to that format, though, teams playing about 2 games per day over the course of pretty much an entire week. As it gets towards the bracket stage, it'll slow down to possibly just 1 game a day for each team, but definitely a much different format, different challenge physically than a lot of teams are used to. Shane Sisko underneath here for Ring. Joey Cretella upfield for Matt Bode. Bode with the inside throw to Justin Allen. Joey Cretella getting the reset now. Ring looking patient on offense. One thing to note is Ring yesterday a lot of the times would work the disc up to about 20-30 yards upfield, then start taking their shots once the wind started picking up, making those shots a lot more manageable. Upfield now. McKelvey going up for it. McKelvey formerly of Florida United, playing with them in the 2017 series last year. Florida United folded, though, after the season. Also formerly a member of what was the Jacksonville Cannons before moving to Tampa Bay. His first year with the team. WUCC up to Saul. Saul into the end zone for Sisko. Sisko towing the line and making it look easy. Another Ring hold. Excuse me, that's a Ring break, making it 5-2 now. Third of the game for the Ring D-line. Another break there for Ring as they lead 5-2 now. Comfortable so far in this one for Raleigh. Will note, though, that in both of Ranelagh's wins in the first 2 games of the weekend, they have trailed 5-2 to start the game before coming back to eventually pull out the victory. Ring with another zone look here. This same zone look that they've been running with this set defensive line has Josh Hartzog and J.D. Hastings in the cup, defending those handlers. David Richardson hanging out in the back, preventing any of those deep shots. Boyle with the disc. Getting stuck here. Getting off to Stephen Jones along the sidelines. Now Colin White. White back over to Benchley. Colin White with an excellent little backhand flip over the top to Liam Fletcher. On the goal line now, Stephen Jones. His ring crumbles into a matchup defense here. Tough reset back to Boyle, but gets the reset off in the end. Stephen Jones now. Over to Benchley. Benchley tracking it down. And flipping in the end zone for Fletcher. Nice hold there for Ranelagh. A little bit of patience needed to break through that ring zone. Getting there at the end as Fletcher on the receiving end of the goal from Benchley. Ranelagh with a consistent hold there. Looking sharp. Getting a little clock to the end zone. Settling down and finding Liam Fletcher in the end zone for the goal. Fletcher, another one of the members of that World Ultimate and Guts Championship team back in 2016. Competing out in London. This is not Ranelagh's first time playing at the World Ultimate Club Championships here in 2014. Not a very notable finish in terms of their placement, finishing 43rd, but they did end up winning the Spirit Award in the men's division. So coming away with some sort of hardware, looking to obviously take home some more, and well on their way after a 2-0 start to their tournament. Jack Williams with the disc now for a ring, back to Bob Liu. Brett Madzuka now on the swing from Liu, back to Williams. Bit of a zone look here, preventing some of these downfield shots from Ring. Ring patiently working, finding Dylan Lanier in the middle of the field. Madzuka playing small ball with him. Now finding Williams. These Ring handlers very fluid. Williams starting the point on the left side of the field, moving all the way to the right. Only one staying in the same place as Bob Liu as he continues to run the center point. Ring's handlers continuing to do the work here in this zone. Madzuka thought about going over the top. As Ranelagh crumbles into a person defense. Goose Houghton now with the disc, formerly of Chicago Machine. Madzuka with a nice scuba over the top to Jacob Fairfax. Back to Madzuka. Madzuka getting plenty of touches on this point for Ring. Back to Madzuka once again. Travel called. Helton now on the end line, looking for Williams, unable to get it there. Violation called, and it's going to come back. Williams not getting the goal there. Going back to Madzuka. Madzuka, one of the members of the U.S. World Ultimate and Guts Championship team back in 2016. Also played at times for Chicago Machine, Denver Johnny Bravo, and Kansas City Prairie Fire before latching on with Ring. Niall McCarney on the mark for Ranelagh. Great defense there from Robbie Brennan, preventing the upline there. Looking for Liam Sears-Bowes. Williams, the lefty back in, and Madzuka taking off upline here. Plenty of space. The break around to Fairfax. Now finding Bob Liu. Liu not quite in yet. To Fairfax. Now back to Liu. Patient offense so far from Ring, and that results in a goal to Brett Madzuka. Slow and patient offense. Lots of movement back and forth. Plenty of swinging. Jack Williams finding Brett Madzuka for the goal. Hunter Taylor pulling here for Ring. Another hold there for the O-line. Still just one break allowed the entire weekend for Ring. Floating it over the top, unable to bring it in. Is Ranelagh, and Joey Curtella going up to bring it in now. Salyanuk upfield. Into the end zone, making it look easy. Andrew McKelvey, quick break for Ring. Now they're almost there to half, leading 7-3. Ring with a chance to break for half here, leading 7-3 over Ranelagh. Been tightly contested at times. Seen a couple of really good points so far. Also seen a couple of quick points like the last one that Ring just converted, where it just takes a couple of throws after a turnover from Ranelagh. Brian Casey fielding up to Megan. Now Ronan Callahan. Callahan with a nice throw to Jones. Back to Casey. Sam Murphy now. Definitely one of the shot takers on this team. Up to Stephen Jones once again. Good movement so far from this Ranelagh offense. Brian Casey with the disc. Up to Murphy. Back to Megan. Good movement so far from Ranelagh. Is now Liam Fletcher. About 20 yards away. Megan into the end zone. Nice layout there from Alan Pierce to ensure that Hunter Taylor could not get there. It's a goal for Ranelagh, making it 7-4. As now Ring will have to go back on offense, looking to take half. Nice consistent 0 point there for Ranelagh. Possibly the best one that we've seen from that offense all day. Need a few more points like that if they want to have a shot of getting back into it. This pole going to sail out of bounds. Had a couple of rough offensive points, really struggled against that Ring zone at times. Had a couple of errant throws early on in points, unforced errors as well. John another cut, centering the disc here. Ring leading 7-4. A win here for Ring would pretty much cement them into top 2 position in this pool and send them on to power pools. With just one more game left as they'll play Family Ultimate in a game that's being streamed later on today. Matt Guccio-Hannes with this now. Guccio-Hannes, one of the top players in the men's college division this year, leading UNC to a national title. This Ranelagh zone once again forcing Ring to play small ball, but working effectively so far as another cut finds Mitchell. And now Mitchell and Williams get the down to the goal line, and now into the end zone for Jack Williams. That'll be a hold for half for Ring. Patient offense works their way through the Ranelagh zone and gets it to 8-4 now at halftime. Ring with a comfortable lead. Ring receiving here to start this second half. Pull drifting out the back of the end zone right to us. Bob Blue will come to pick up. Ring on offense here, leading 8-4 at halftime. Up a bunch of breaks, yet to be broken yet in this game. Throw to Dylan Lanier. Lanier along the sidelines to Liam Searles-Bowes. Searles-Bowes taking a shot downfield. Excellent read by Ring and bringing it in the end zone. Goose Helton with the goal. Quick hold out of half, making it look easy. Searles-Bowes to Goose Helton. Quick hold there for Ring to start this second half of action. Goose Helton going up to get that one. Helton, mentioned before, former member of Chicago Machine. Longtime player there before moving to Ring of Fire. Also a member of that World Ultimate and Guts Championship team. Playing in London, winning the gold medal in 2016. Brian Boyle fielding once again. Zone look once again from Ring, continuing to throw it at them until Ranelagh proves that they know how to solve it. Bit of a different look this time, though. So they now crumble into something more of a matchup. Looks still switching downfield, playing basically man-to-man on the handlers, though. J.D. Hastings on the mark. Sam Murphy taking a shot with a hammer that's going to drift out of play, looking for Lucas Gaidraitis. Murphy had Gaidraitis, just unable to fit that throw in there. Very difficult cross-field hammer. Murphy entered the game, leading the team with 11 points. Added an assist earlier on a beautiful inside-out backhand huck to the back of the end zone. Not really had much of an impact other than that so far, though. Eric Tarnell with the disc. Finding David Richardson. Richardson not playing with the team yesterday. Joining the team today for action. Alan Laviolette now. J.D. Hastings. Back to Laviolette. Crafty move upfield to Josh Hartzog. Hartzog elevating and bringing it in. A break for Ring. That's 2 in a row now out of half, making it 10-4. Ring on a roll. Not looking like they're going to be stopped. Ring with another break there, taking a commanding 6-point lead now. Sending the defense back out there once again, looking for more breaks. They've had several in the first half. I believe 5 was the total. Make it 6 now with that first one in the second half. Hunter Taylor. Long blading backhand pull. Ranelagh back on 0. Second tournament of the year so far for Ranelagh. competed at Windmill, one of the top tournaments being played in the UK, playing every year. Finishing 7th in that tournament, going 5-3. As Brian Casey takes a shot downfield, looking for Liam Fletcher. Fletcher getting the inside track and doing an excellent job to box out Andrew McKelvey for the goal. Fletcher with a great read, great positioning, and good closeout on the disc. That's a hold for Ranelagh. Excellent huck from Brian Casey to make it possible. Ring still leading 10-5. Ranelagh with the hold there. Liam Fletcher tracking that down that huck from Brian Casey. Fletcher, end of the day, 5 goals for the team. Adding 2 to his total so far. He's up to 7 now for the tournament. Deep pull here. Trying to have the backtrack to get that one. Up to Gucho Hannes. Now they're cutting a lot of space. Henry Fisher going to take off deep. And now you'll get Liam Searles-Bowes coming underneath. Bowes, a freshman this past year at UNC, playing with Darkside. One of the highly touted freshmen on that Darkside team. Deep cut here from Matt Gucho Hannes. Dylan Lanier putting out to space. Gucho Hannes racing onto it. Easy grab there. Gucho Hannes with a crafty cut to get into the end zone. Ring leads 11-5. Ring with another hold there. Matt Gucho Hannes racing into the end zone. First time that we've seen Ring at the World Ultimate Club Championships in quite a while. Last time Ring qualified was back in 1999. The team finished 5th in that tournament. Made a couple different appearances during the 1990s, 5 in total. Never finishing higher than 4th, though. Boyle unable to keep himself in bounds there as the throw over the top, floating out of bounds. Sollynuck now will pick up for Ring. Just about 10 yards away from that goal line, looking to punch in another Ring break. The J.D. Hastings, former UNC and UNC Wilmington man. Up line to Elijah Long, and Long with an easy goal, and Ring takes a 12-5 lead. Absolutely no problem punching that in, making Ranelagh pay for the sloppy turnover. Ring coasting now up 12-5. Ranelagh taking a timeout there to conserve some energy, talk some things over after giving up a couple of consecutive points. Ronan Callahan digging that one out on the pull. Callahan taking a shot downfield, looking for Gydritis. Richardson in the area. Gydritis going up, but Richardson knocking it away. Excellent positioning and reading from David Richardson to get the D. Richardson taking off. Allen opting for Josh Hartzog, but Sam Murphy cutting underneath the poach block there. Megan picks up, looks to the end zone, into the end zone there for Edna Keller. Keller with the goal, one of the mixed World Ultimate and Guts Championship players for Ireland. Getting his first goal of the morning here for Ranelagh. Clawing their way back into it a little bit. 12-6 now. Ranelagh still trailing. Ring back on offense here. Another opportunity for a hold for this Ring O-line. Yet to be broken in this game against Ranelagh. The story for Ring is pretty well known for those following U.S. Men's Ultimate. Made it to the semis last year before falling to San Francisco Revolver. 13-10 in the semifinals. However, they beat DC's Truck Stop 14-11 in that third place game to take the final spot to the World Ultimate Club Championships, making a long-awaited return. And now no titles for Ring at any point in their history, but still very competitive, one of the top teams in the division. Several semis appearances. Gucho Hannes takes a shot downfield for Fairfax. Fairfax goes up, and he does not lose many in the air. Jacob Fairfax, the Callahan finalist from UNC Charlotte, going up and grabbing the disc from Matt Gucho Hannes. 13-6 now. Ring still coasting. Ring with another hold there. Gucho Hannes to Jacob Fairfax. Ranelagh looking for answers. Has had some solid offensive points with good offensive movement. Brian Casey about to field this disc, but at the center of a lot of that. But the D-line has struggled to generate any form of turnover, really any form of a break. Haven't been too many instances where Ranelagh's even had an opportunity to break. Megan now around. Great throw there, finding Edna Keller. Keller upfield to Flynn. Flynn in trouble, trying to reset to Casey, unable to connect there. And Noah saw upfield to Andrew McKelvey. McKelvey coasted into the end zone. Easy goal for McKelvey. Former Florida United man. Taking it in transition, and Noah Saw finding him for the goal. Eric Taylor pulling again here, and what is game point for Ring of Fire, leading 14-6 here. Opportunity to close it out on defense. Brian Boyle upfield, now to Sam Murphy. Murphy to White, back to Murphy. Now Murphy putting it to Fletcher downfield. Nice little touch throw as Murphy's going every other right now. Excuse me. Yes, Murphy's going every other. Now back to Jones and up to Fletcher on the goal line now. Ranelagh making short work of this ring zone. Some contact there as J.D. Hastings takes down Murphy. Fletcher talking it out with Sawyanook as the two teams get set here. Red zone opportunity now for Ranelagh. Team from Dublin struggled so far on this one. We'll drop to 2-1 with a loss here. Have another opportunity to get a win playing later today against Austria's forward. J.D. Hastings going up and getting that one. Hastings, one of the few players to play on both sides of the North Carolina college rivalry, playing his undergrad at UNC Darkside before moving to UNC Wilmington Seaman for his graduate school. Out in LaViolette now. Looking downfield, taking a shot, looking for Josh Hartzog. Hartzog and Elijah Long chasing after it. Long running onto it in the end. That'll be the game for Ring. A break to end it for Ring of Fire. 15-6 is the final. I think we expected a much closer contest between these two. Ranelagh entering 2-0, having looked sharp in their first two pool play games, but Ring coming out early, taking an early lead and never letting Ranelagh get back into it. Not a single break for Ranelagh in this game as Ring's O-line staying perfect. So that'll do it here. That's 15-6 now. Ring with the win. I'm Chris McGlynn alongside Opshot Rajan. Thank you guys for watching.